Hello, everyone out there from every corner of the world. You're tuning into the first episode of the second season of the Sidelines Sports Podcast with Sports Management Laurier. I'm Liam. As always, I'm here with Evan and Hayley. This week, we have a special guest, Zack Hijazi, right beside me here, joining us.
What's up?
Hey, Zach, how's it going? So we haven't had a podcast since LiAngelo Ball was declaring for the 2018 NBA draft.
It's been a while.
We've been on a little hiatus, I guess you could say. To kick us off before we really get into our actual talk today, I think we're gonna give a little update on each of our off seasons. So I'll begin. In my off season, I both fell in love and fell out of love. So that's how I spent vacation.
That's how you spend your 6 months off?
Yes.
That's fun.
You want me? Am I going next?
You're up next.
I did a lot of strength training. I can jump in and out of my pool now, like that video of Victor Stallberg.
Nice.
So yeah, just looking to get better this year at all aspects of everything.
Yeah, me too. So
All
I
aspects
did.
of everything.
My max bench is now 40, so that's awesome.
Wow,
Oh.
that's huge.
Guns on the gal.
What are you doing?
I can play expert level on Guitar Hero now.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You know.
So as you can see, we were very productive. Yeah, we'll get right into it now, I guess.
Lead it off with some NHL talk. Exciting season so far.
Yes. Great start for the Leafs.
Yeah.
Hot
Sort
start
of.
for the Leafs.
Sort
In a
of.
bit of a
Debatable.
Cooled off a bit.
dropped their last two, which is kind of disappointing.
Very interesting games to watch.
Tyler Bozak makes his return
Yes.
to Toronto, and he
Yes.
catches the dub with the Blues, which is a little disappointing, but
Got lit up.
nice little video tribute there for him,
That
which
was
was
good.
like, I thought that was good.
I found it funny that they gave Tyler Bozak a video tribute, but they didn't give Phil Kessel one when he came back.
That's because all Phil Kessel did was eat hot dogs and go to Mucho Burrito after games. He was actually trying his best out there. I also remember when Bozak played his first Leafs game coming up from the Marlies against Philadelphia.
Oh, he scored that gross goal,
Yeah,
didn't he? Yeah.
Nice bingo in that
Tyler
one.
Bozak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he deserves it.
Yeah. Will JVR get one?
Probably.
He was around for less time.
Yeah, but he was a
who
pretty
knows?
beloved Leaf, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say all three.
Everyone
of those.
except Phil Kessel.
Everyone except
Phil's
Phil.
even above.
Give one to Leo. Give one to Roman Polak.
Just
Oh,
not
Roman.
Cheeseburger Phil.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, I don't know, like,
Unfortunately not.
Hot
Cheeseburger
start.
Randy.
Cheeseburger Randy Phil. He had a hat trick the other night too.
Yeah.
A couple nights.
He's
ago.
actually-
It was a natural.
He's
It was a
so
natural
gross.
hat trick,
He's so
man.
gross. He's so good.
And two of them were breakaways too.
You know who else is good and better than Phil Kessel? Austin Matthews, who's a Leaf.
Yes.
Which is exciting.
Yes.
His point streak got snapped the other night,
Unfortunately.
but he's off to a hot start.
Something that's worrying me is Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the Leafs are scoring like crazy, but they're letting in a ton of goals too. Like they only have like I think it's their goal differential.
That's-
like 4.
I said
That's a
this-
thing too.
I
Like
said this last year, and you all told me I was wrong. And I said the reason the Leafs are not good is because Frederik Anderson is a liability, and everyone called me crazy.
He has a save percentage back above 900 though, so
I think he's better than most. Like
He
I think most
is,
teams
but
would
it's
be
just-
happy to have a friend.
Well,
But
he's
it's
just a-
if they want to go to that next level, he's not the guy who's going to take them.
no one.
I think Ron Hainsey's not the guy who's going to take him. I think
that
that's
too.
a major issue in my opinion.
Yeah, like I mean, he's definitely not getting any help with the defense.
Yeah.
Like, the fact of the matter is, like, even when they were winning games, they had a 5-game win streak, but like
Yeah.
they were all like 5 to 4 games, like 6 to 5 games.
Freddie
Like, they were
always
just
lets
outscoring,
He
right?
always lets in the first out of or one of the first 5 shots though. Like he's never ready to go, and I'm not sure whether that is the defense's fault.
I think that's
They're
the
also
entire
not ready
team
to go.
though.
Yeah.
Even the offense though, they always
Oh,
right
yeah.
off the hop, like
I
they
don't
just
know,
seem
man. You
very.
should be fucking in the
A little
game.
sluggish. I don't know. Like if look at the goal that Malkin scored the other night, like that was just like a garbage goal.
Yeah.
On, like his first goal in that game. He
Yeah,
came
that
in
was
just, like,
that was bad. Well, that was Anderson's fault, man. He wasn't pinching the post. Like,
I think it's like I think it's way too early to jump to conclusions right now.
I agree.
We're still,
Yes,
we're
but
still
this
only
is the
9
main
games
place.
in.
We jumped to conclusions after the first.
Like,
game,
I mean,
so.
even last year, remember, just with Austin Matthews, he scored 4 goals in his debut, and then he kind of went dry for a little bit, and everyone
Yeah.
started jumping on him, like, and then
Everyone
all of a
Matthews is
sudden.
gonna be on a little cold streak, I think now he's.
Oh, yeah. Him and
cooling
Tavares.
off a
Well,
little bit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We were saying that for the first time.
well, I mean, maybe they need a
Podcast, Tavares.
little Swedish forward jump.
Yeah.
I need
oh
a-
my God.
Nice, fast winger.
What's the
Yeah.
rest of the Carolina? Carolina's also been doing very well.
Are they?
Yeah, they're off to a hot start. They do that like weird thing after the games where they like run into the boards. Did you see that?
Oh, I did see that actually.
was-
Yeah.
What's his face's celebration?
Seshnikov,
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
say, or something. I can't pronounce the name.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're watching.
Svechnikov, I think.
Yeah, especially.
It's gonna be
Something like that.
SV.
I don't know. Carolina's got like a good young team. Lots of good young forwards like Sebastian Aho, that kid.
Well, and that's the team that
Now they're defensemen too.
they've been in the
Dougie
mix
Hamilton.
for
Justin
being
Falk
transferred
is
to,
not a
Seattle.
no-name.
I think that'd be
Carolina.
sick if the team was in Seattle.
That'd be awesome.
I saw this thing on Twitter that was like, imagine like a hockey team had like the Seattle Seahawks colors. Like that would. I was just thinking about that, and that was.
That would actually be
The
awesome.
Whalers
Yeah, it
used
looked
to.
really
It's just
good.
like that reimagined.
Yeah, I guess it's similar.
Did you
Yeah.
see that they're bringing back the Whalers jersey
Yeah,
for 3
those
games?
those
Yeah,
are dope.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
That'd be
Huge
awesome.
fan.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else in the East? Crosby's had a pretty cool season.
Tampa's always off to a good start as per usual.
Montreal's been a surprise.
Yeah,
Montreal is
you know
actually
they'll cool off. They will cool off for
been-
sure.
Surprise.
Very, very impressed by Thomas Tatar on Montreal.
Yeah, he's
He's
been
been
good there.
killing it.
Well, I mean, he's getting minutes. too,
Tatar's a
right?
good player, yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting minutes. Like, he was playing behind Datsuk and Zetterberg in Detroit. And then he got a bit more playing time last year with Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We all saw how that turned out.
yeah.
But yeah, like
Very
you were
well
saying, Nylander, what's going on there?
Man,
This guy's got to get back.
I don't know.
He's
I
chilling,
don't think he's going to, man.
he's chilling in who knows where. I think he's in Switzerland right now.
I thought it was Austria. I don't even know.
He's
Somewhere.
playing in some weird league over there that's not even like a top European league right now.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Dubas was over there. They had a meeting,
Dubas
but I
was
don't think
over there.
anything came of
And
it.
Dubas was also meeting with his agent in New York as well when they played the Rangers. So
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I honestly, personally, don't think. I think he's getting traded. Like straight up. Like he's not gonna budge off of $8 million,
Yeah.
and like they're not gonna pay him $8 million. It's a standstill.
Well, like,
it's not a trade that would they'd have to sign him to trade him though.
well, yeah, he's an RFA. So
Yeah, like,
he's
I mean,
on trade.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
But,
like they're not
He
gonna
needs,
keep
he
him
needs
at $8
either
million.
to be signed or he needs an offer sheet from someone else. But no one's gonna offer him.
Well, what do they?
asking for
What do they
anyway,
have
so-
to? What do they have to offer sheet? Well, what do they
Well,
have to
it's
give
like
up if they
picks,
offer
right?
sheet
It's
him?
just
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
draft
yeah.
picks.
Yeah, but do you know specifically what it is?
Oh,
I think it's like a
like,
first, a second, and a third or something.
No,
like
it's like you like make an offer of draft picks. Oh, got some fans.
Sam Hall,
Sad.
avid
Yeah, I know,
Sidelines
our
listener
Studios in
reader.
a high traffic area.
Yeah, we'll sign some
I
autographs
think like
later.
they get like I would think like maybe they get a lot back for him for sure.
No. But for the offer sheet, if a team offer sheets him, they actually have to give a specific,
Draft.
like a set amount of draft picks.
Is that
I
a
can't
thing?
remember what it
a
is.
set amount?
Yeah.
He's not gonna get the offer sheet.
Yeah, but regardless, well, like right now, like I actually heard something very interesting on the Steve Dangle podcast. They were saying like he's not budging because he doesn't want to get traded. He wants to play in
Oh
Toronto
yeah, I know,
so
that's
badly.
the thing, right? Like,
So like if he signs for $6 million and takes the discount, like he's like much easier to trade when Austin Matthews'
yeah, I know,
contract
and
comes up.
they're worried that once he actually does get signed for the low amount, that they're gonna trade him after because
Yeah.
he'll be such an asset.
Well, they
to
should.
trade,
They
right?
should trade him first of all. After that's just how it. Probably
Yeah, but he
should
just
go.
doesn't want that to happen.
And-
so he
But
thinks
he's
that,
also not worth $8 million though.
yeah,
So-
but he thinks if he signs for $8 million, it's going to be harder to trade him
Yeah.
because no one's going to want to take
I don't know
$8
though.
million
Like,
contract.
do you think any team? Like, I don't think he could get $8 million from like any team.
Well, he's put
to
up
be honest.
back-to-back 61-point seasons.
Yeah,
That's
He-
still not $8 million.
I don't think-
And he's
not.
21 though.
for that term, like I don't know. I don't like maybe like I don't know. Like I don't think.
Well,
I don't
realistically,
think
you
he'd
think-
get that money anyway.
Think about it this way: how much do you think Austin Matthews is going to sign for?
It's gonna be over
North of
10,
10, yeah.
lower than 12.
Yeah, and how many points did he put up last year? I'll look at in comparison to Nylander. Like I know obviously they're different beasts. Like Austin Matthews
He's
is.
like a point a game. Or
Ideally-
no, he wasn't last year because he missed a bunch. Of
Yeah,
games.
like I'm pretty
He's
sure
like a
like
point a game though.
I'm pretty sure Austin has like 10 points above Nylander in both seasons. Like he's
Yeah.
not crazy above him.
Well, I don't know. Like, I just think what gives the Leafs leverage right now is like they're scoring so many goals without him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're scoring a ton of goals. John Tavares. God
Well,
bless
they
his
were
soul.
they
is
were
a
they were
fan.
scoring a ton of goals.
Yeah, not too much anymore.
Okay, not in the last 2 games, I guess. But
I don't think he's worth $8 million.
I don't think he's worth $8 million.
I even
if
think-
you look
Well,
at,
for comparison here, Austin Matthews has 148 points in 153 games. William Nylander has 135 in 185 games.
yeah,
So that's
So for comparison, like,
sizably
obviously,
worse. That's sizably
like
worse.
you look at like you have to compare him to like guys that he's comparable
Yeah,
with. Like
exactly.
they were looking at like to me, Austin Matthews is in a league of his own. Like I wouldn't
No, for
compare
sure.
them, but like everyone's comparing him with like the Dave Pastrnak contract. I think that's like 6.25 or 6.75 per year.
What's
I think
Panarin signed
Pass is better than him too. So
Yeah, I think you could argue that Pasternak's better, and Ehlers is signed for like I think $6 million a year, and he's better in my opinion too. Well, actually, no, Ehlers isn't better than Nylander, but it just goes to show that like they're in the same.
There's also
same range,
the
like
factor of Marner as well. Like they need to sign him too,
yeah,
right?
It's gonna be.
well, yeah, that's what it is. It's Marner, Tavares, and Matthews now.
Like that's enough firepower up north. That
I don't know. Like I think like you look at a team like Pittsburgh, right, and like Malkin, Crosby. Like if you have your Malkin and your Crosby, everywhere else is like pretty much disposable up front. Like you can just bring in new guys. Like
just rotate.
to be
right?
honest, like they get Matthews locked up. Like I think they're set. To
Yeah.
be honest,
like they got that one.
they've got Tavares. They've got Matthews. You get Marner locked up. That's-
What was the
Yeah,
number that
your
they have
core-
for their
your
top
core
three?
is
They were
set.
talking about like 27, 28 mil is what they want to spend on.
Yeah.
They already have
It's like
11
47.
invested in Tavares.
Yeah.
So
Like I don't know. I think you can.
11 million well spent.
I think they get Matthews.
Marner can get 8. Marner can get 8.
I think they get Matthews for in and around what Tavares is getting,
Yeah.
and then if you give Marner 8, then
That's 30 million bucks on your
Yeah,
top
it's
three
insane.
forwards, which at the end of the
It's a
day,
lot.
it's
but like I mean they're worth it, right?
yeah, like you're not going to not pay
You
them.
need to spend to do well, but
Yeah.
I don't think you need to spend on Nylander.
The scary thing too
I mean,
is
look
like
at that.
now Kapanen's killing it too, and like he's
Yeah.
gonna have to get paid down the road. Like guys,
Well, he's got 8 points.
guys are gonna
4 and 4,
guys are
Kapanen.
gonna be getting paid, man.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like look what happens when you put Kapanen with Matthews. Like I think you could put pretty much anyone with Austin Matthews. He's gonna make them look.
Well, look at Zach Hyman.
Yeah,
Look at what Zach Hyman turned into. Like,
Yeah.
he's incredible.
I love Zach.
Like, where did he come from
Good
before
guy.
he played with Matthews? Like,
Good
he's just
guy.
like down in the Marlies.
I just miss that Nylander to Matthews connection. In game.
Yeah.
I like that line though that they've got going, and I like Marlowe with Matthews, and I like Marner with Tavares too.
Yeah, Marner and Tavares.
Like
They just need to get it.
Marner.
They just need to get it back going, man. These last 2 games have been brutal,
Yeah.
but they will. I mean,
little
they're
slump,
incredible
but I mean,
hockey players.
Yeah, again, like it's so early in the season that like I don't know. You take a dip, first couple games. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
You can't jump to conclusions right now. We're 9 games in. They're still first in the East.
Yeah,
like,
they're good. And then the power play too is ridiculous. Oh my god.
No, like,
you look at
that's-
the bodies that are on the ice.
power
and that
play's
power
stupid,
out there,
man.
It's ridiculous.
yeah. On the flip side, though, I don't think our penalty kill's been very good.
Well, no, nothing
so-
defensively has been strong.
Actually,
Yeah.
it's 7th in the league. The penalty kill.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not that bad.
It's 7th. in the
Yeah.
league. Their goals per game, they're 4th in the league. Goals against 21st, which is
Ooh.
not too good.
Yeah.
Power play 2nd in the league. Penalty kill 7th.
Wow.
So special teams is rolling.
That's
too.
huge.
I have a little break though. Next game's Wednesday.
They got the Jets.
Yeah.
At Winnipeg.
This is I like the fact that they have this break now though. They can just
Yeah,
get their
they-
head
Yeah,
back.
just go Wednesday,
Like
Saturday.
Yeah.
the Jets are going to be a challenge.
That's
though.
I want to see them play the Jets so bad.
The Jets are
That's
such a
sick
good
game.
hockey team,
The Jets with
What out-
Shifley and Lyon, Ehlers.
and their defensemen too, man. They just have
Yeah,
such.
they're
I love
gross.
watching their defensemen play because they're just so big.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
Tyler
great
Myers
team.
and Dustin
Tyler Myers
Byfuglien,
and Buff.
like-
probably two of the biggest defensemen in the league.
It's
both
like
on the same
13
team.
feet of men.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, Myers is like 6'7", he's huge.
Yeah.
Buff's like
6'5", I
230.
think.
Ridiculous.
Just big units. I'm pretty sure Buff is more. I think he's like last. I thought he was like 250, but still.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's the thing. Like you look at like the Leafs compared to the Jets. Like you gotta look at the back end, right? Like Riley's been off to a hot start this year.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Well, Riley was off to the hottest start since like 1918 or something.
oh yeah, he passed like
Yeah.
that record or he set the record
Yeah.
that Bobby Orr had.
Hate to interrupt.
Yeah.
Dustin Byfuglien is 264 pounds. Continue.
That's massive.
Yeah.
That's actually massive.
He's a big boy.
I'm surprised he can like
Move
keep
the
up
way
with
he
guys.
does.
You know,
Yeah.
that's insane. How
Yeah.
tall is he? 6.
I'll check.
6'4" probably. He's a big boy.
But yeah, I guess like we were speaking on math. He's off. He's off to I guess his
6'5".
hot start. 6'5".
Yeah.
Bit of a slump the last 2 games, but how many goals do you think Matthews gets this year? Does he hit 50 this year? Can he hit 50?
Yeah, I think he does.
It's dumb to say he won't. I think he will, especially the way the power play is playing. And the puck just seems to find him.
Yeah,
like everywhere.
Yeah, I think he hits 50 this year.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. The puck does seem to find him, and he gets weird rebounds and ricocheted passes.
Like not all his goals have been pretty, but they've been
like
goals.
You said,
right?
you said it. You hit it right on the head. Like the puck just finds a stick. He just puts it in the back of the net. And like that, like you said, that power play. Like when he's on that left side, and they just feed those cross ice passes over to him. Like he's lights out on the power play.
No, for sure. Like I think he hits it. I think he wins the Richard.
The Rock.
The old Rock. But yeah, it's really early in the season though. That's the main thing.
It is early to say that, but I honestly think he's got a really good shot at hitting 50 this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tavares too. Like, who knows what's gonna happen?
Tavares has been, like, I know, like, obviously the Leafs Nation overhyped the absolute crap out of him, thinking he was gonna come in and be a huge savior.
They acted like he was like
he's gonna come in and just like drop points left and right, and he has. But like, I think you're gonna start to see him kind of slow down a little bit, not to the extent where like people are going to start complaining, but like he's not going to be the hero that everyone expected. He's going to be a great presence to help the younger guys
for sure
out. But
what do you think about the captaincy situation? Because they started the year with 3 A's.
Yeah,
Tavares is one of them.
I don't understand why Matthews doesn't have an A. That rattled me.
Who is it? It's Tavares, Riley,
Tavares,
and
Riley, Marlowe. Which, like,
I don't
to be
hate
honest,
that.
like, that's a pretty good group of leaders in the locker room.
Yeah.
I think, like, everyone was talking about, like, Tavares coming in on the season, like, maybe getting the C. Like, that would have been... I don't think you can do that.
I want to
with,
like
a
that.
guy coming in from the outside and, like...
Well, that's what they did to
before
Phaneuf.
he even plays a game with the Leafs, he gets the C. Did they do that with Phaneuf?
Like, Phaneuf played, like, 10, 15 games, and then they gave him the C. I don't know. Like put it this way: I have a Tavares jersey. There's no letter on it right now. I'm waiting.
I think they should get a captain at some point this year.
I think it's been like they haven't had a captain for the last 3 years.
If not this year, then next year for sure.
Yeah.
We have to see where this year goes, right? Like I mean, like they're projected. I mean, like fingers crossed, knock on wood, to be in the Cup final, right?
I honestly think Tavares should get the C over Matthews, personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like how... Like, I don't know. I think you have to look at, too, like, how we don't know what Austin Matthews thinks of, like, himself being a captain. You don't know if he even wants to be a captain, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can't make
John
that assumption.
Tavares has been a captain. He's been a leader in a locker room.
The other thing is, though, like, we don't see behind the closed doors, right? Like, we don't see what actually is going on in the locker room. You can only see how people express themselves on the ice. And, like, on the ice, at least for me personally, I see Tavares as being, like, the guy who's in charge, like, kind of taking over that role. But I also see it in Riley a lot. And, like, I know, like, that's a wild card pick, but, like, if Riley keeps it up, like, he could have, like, a good foundation to say, like, hey, this is why I need it. Like, the guy
he's really good. Like, he's looked awfully good this season.
Oh, he's looked incredible. He's looked like a Norris Trophy winner.
Yeah, he's looked real good.
But like I said, it's 9 games in, right? You can't really just assume that's going to keep up. I hope it does, but...
Yeah. Speaking about captains, big debate recently has been Crosby and McDavid. Who's better?
I think, didn't Crosby come out and say that
Crosby came out and said McDavid's better than him, but...
Like, to be honest, I think at this point in their careers, McDavid's better right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, McDavid, have you seen the goals that he, like...
But think about the stuff that Crosby's pulled, like...
Yeah.
No, I know, but like...
No, I know...
Watching McDavid's, like,
but that's the stuff that Crosby...
breakaway speed, like... It's actually ridiculous watching him play hockey.
That is... The other thing is, like, Crosby's done some incredible things in his career, and I think prime versus prime... There's a strong debate about who's better, but right now on this day, McDavid's a better hockey player.
Yeah, I kind of like McDavid right now, but like, and McDavid too,
just
like
an old school Crosby guy.
That's
I love Crosby.
If you're going prime versus
Crosby.
prime, obviously a guy who's been in the league for 12 years is going to be better than a guy who's been in it for like what?
I'm not even going prime for prime. I just straight up think Crosby's better in hockey.
Also, Crosby's just the nicest guy. He's obviously not going to be like, I'm better than McDavid.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
like,
isn't that the most like Sidney Crosby thing to say? Like, hey, McDavid.
He was out there playing hockey with people from Kenya. Obviously, he's not going to be like. That brought a tear to my eye.
That was actually
I love
really
that.
good
I love that like bromance between him and McKinnon.
is pretty
Oh, me
flat.
too.
Did you see the Tim Hortons commercial?
The Halifax
Sambo,
boys?
Yeah.
Or the Cole, the
Cole
Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think Crosby's better. So does Mike Babcock.
Mike Babcock said Cross is better?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's all that matters.
I
Case
mean-
closed. Bye.
Well, I mean,
Babcock says it's not even close.
oh, you know he's
Really?
It's his accomplishments.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the other thing too, right? When you're looking at like the
he's established.
Well, yeah, not even like just the NHL. Like look at like on the world stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
he's
done.
just so
I'm saying,
decorated.
look at from straight from the World Juniors.
Gold medals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
World Juniors, Olympics, World Cup of
Like,
Hockey.
Yeah, like
everything.
every type
everything
of
you
award
can
in hockey,
win.
he's
Sidney
got it.
Crosby's won it.
Oh,
Like,
he has everything. Yeah.
yeah, literally. Like, and not even just with his teams. Like individually, every like award he could have won, he's got it.
Yes, but the other thing is, Kate, if you're building a team right now,
Who'd you rather have?
You take
It's
McDavid.
obviously, you'd rather. But like to.
But-
I
The
don't
kid
think
is-
you
the
can
kid
even
is-
compare those though, just because they're
Honestly,
age.
man, I think
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, it's really hard to compare when you've got a guy who's
but are
like
you building a
10
team to
years
win
younger.
in 3 years, or are you building a team to win right now? Because if you're building a team to win this year, I would put Crosby at the center of that team and surround him with guys. And if I wanted to win in 4 or 5, like maybe 3, I'd put McDavid in the center and surround him with guys.
But like, they did this with like the NBA last year. But like, if you were an NHL GM or an owner and you had to start a team with one player in the league, like right now, you're just starting a franchise.
start
Who would it be?
McDavid.
McDavid. for sure.
McDavid,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, like,
Matthews is in that conversation, me too. But I think McDavid for sure.
Right now, McDavid.
all the GMs. In the
I
league
still
would
do
say
think if I
McDavid.
wanted to win this year, though, I'd surround Crosby with a bunch of guys.
I mean, Crosby still lights it up, and the
Dude,
Penguins are
Crosby's
still such a
disgusting.
threat
Yeah.
in the NHL.
I mean, they picked us apart.
And I mean, what do you think of the Oilers too? Like, missed the playoffs last year. They're
He doesn't.
3-3
Well, the
right
thing,
now.
he doesn't have a good foundation.
Well, that's
around
the
him.
problem.
No
Like
one-
if you're going player for player, yeah,
McDavid's on a
but Crosby's
pedestal.
He
surrounded
needs
by
Taylor Hall on that left wing, but
Like,
Adam Larson behind him was doing a
I
great
was
job.
always so about the Oilers trying to keep Taylor Hall for one
I don't
year.
understand.
Just one
And then
year,
he
see
went
if it
off
works.
to
They coulda
where did he go?
traded
New
him.
Jersey, and then he's
He
just like,
won
I'm
the
good
heart.
now.
Won the
I'm
heart.
good
He
now.
won the heart.
Yeah.
It's
It's just,
like-
I think
Really
your
good.
mental health in Edmonton is just so bad. When you go anywhere else,
Well,
you just light it up.
The fact that they literally had 4 first overall picks
And they're still trash.
on the team.
Yakupov's in Russia now.
Yeah.
That's the thing
Yeah.
though, because you look at the conversation. Like if you're just talking McDavid, Crosby's surrounded by like amazing players. And
Well, he
you
was
look
playing
at
with
Edmonton-
Chris Kunitz when Chris Kunitz was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Kunitz.
Like,
that's
that's
true.
what I'm saying. Like, that's why Edmonton's so bad. But they have all these good players. So why
I
are
know,
they
like-
doing so poorly if the conversation's well?
Well, who's
no,
on
they-
McDavid's line right now? Would it be Lucic
Draisaitl.
and Draisaitl, or would it be Nugent Hopkins Draisaitl?
I think Draisaitl's the center. Isn't he playing center?
Is he? I thought he was on left
I'm
wing.
pretty sure he
I
is.
thought that was their
I was saying
one-two punch up the
Draisaitl isn't
middle.
having another guy on the team, but I think he has Nuge on
Yeah.
one wing, and yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Is it Lucic?
The other thing with Edmonton too is they're strapped with some bad contracts right now, and like it.
McTavish kind of.
Well, you look at like the Lucic contract, right? Like that's like really hindering them right now. And even the Draisaitl contract, like he had such a good rookie year, but then now that he's
Yeah, they
like
paid
slowed
him.
down a bit,
They
and like he's getting
paid him.
a lot of money, like to be producing what.
How much is it exactly? I'm pretty sure it's north of 8, right?
I think it's like 8 something if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken,
Yeah.
and like that's a lot of money for him to be producing like he is right now, right? So.
8.5 mil.
Yeah, like
Per
so
year.
they're really strapped with the cap, and like McDavid's 12 million, but like he's worth every penny.
Oh,
of that 12 million.
he is
for
worth
sure.
more, man.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
But
The
I
other
think they-
fact is bang for your buck. It's just I don't want it to go unnoticed. Is that Crosby's been making 8.7 mil his entire career. Which I only remember
8.7
because
for
87.
87.
That's the only reason why I remember it. But like he's like,
Well, because he wants to make that.
And he's also a good team guy. Like just
Yeah.
take the take the hit.
That's
He
like the
wants
same.
to make
Doesn't Tom Brady
8.7.
take a hit so like he can be
Yeah.
a Patriot?
yeah, but Tom Brady
Well,
also makes hundreds of millions in
Being a good
advertisements.
look-
Like,
Crosby,
his
though.
wife makes more than him technically
the
though.
Patriots,
if you look at
Patriots
it,
make everyone take a pay cut.
she doesn't.
Do they?
Like almost everyone.
Just
on the
no
Patriots.
loser.
well, everyone on the Patriots
No, I just think
wants to
he's
be
just
on the
not
Patriots.
balling anymore.
But when she was,
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, look at Danny Amendola in the offseason. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't want to take a pay cut.
Well, did you
He's
guys
in
see the?
Miami
Did
now.
you see the?
He's not there.
Did you
I would
see
rather
the?
take a pay cut than play in Miami.
Did you see the Gronk interview where he said like they were talking about trading me and I threatened to just retire if they traded me? Like he was like Brady's my quarterback. I'm not leaving.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But back to hockey, just quick. If the Oilers don't make the playoffs this year, that's a huge failure for their season. I think.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
you
fail.
have to be able to make the playoffs.
They just have to
this year.
pack up and move to
Oh,
Seattle.
they're sitting right. Oh, wait, no. Or no, they've played less games though, right?
Yeah, they played less
They're a few
games.
games
They're 500 right now. So they're not looking horrible. They're not looking great.
Because they had that start over in China, wasn't it? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's crazy how that.
Or was that not
does that,
preseason?
right?
No, they started a game in Europe
Really?
and then they had to come back. Yeah, like
Yeah, so they gave him a break.
But yeah, back to your boy McKinley.
McKinley.
Nathan McKinnon. The Avs are killing it this year so far.
They're doing well.
Landeskog's had a good start too.
Yeah, he has. I found it so funny how like as soon as they traded Matt Duchene, that team started lighting it up, and now they're just continuing to
I'm
light
pissed.
it up.
I still have a Duchene jersey.
Really, eh?
Should have bought a McKinnon jersey.
He was obviously a cancer in that locker.
Yeah.
Like just based on how they're doing now.
No, it's hilarious. Yeah, no, Duchesne is so gross though. But like,
He's really good.
poor guy's stuck in Ottawa now. Like,
And
Yeah.
Carlton's not even there. Big
Yeah.
offseason
Yeah.
news.
Sucks.
To think that team was one goal away from a Stanley Cup final 2 years ago, and now they are where they are right now. That's insane. I can't believe that.
it's insane. They were so good back in the day, man. With like
Yeah.
Heatley, Alfredson, and Spezza, the big three, just tearing it up.
Mark Stone actually scored a nice overtime winner the other night. I don't
Did
know
he?
if you saw it.
No,
Just
I
a
didn't.
one-timer blast on Carey Price.
Yeah.
Just sniped it. I couldn't believe it.
I'm absolutely like every day. I thank my lucky stars that 3-on-3 overtime is a thing.
Yeah.
I freaking love
It's awesome.
3-on-3 overtime, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
incredible. But
Another team that I think, like this is my opinion, if they don't make the playoffs this year, bit of a failure for their season is the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah.
Like they got Jack
They have-
Eichel, they locked him up long term.
Made
They
him
went
the-
out this
made him the
offseason,
captain.
They got Rasmus Dahlin, they got Jeff Skinner. If they don't make the playoffs this year, I think like they've been so bad for so long. And that rebuild's just taking forever. Casey Middlestad got called up. Like I don't know.
He's been not doing.
is it like? I mean,
If they don't
I
make
think
the
they're
playoffs
gonna
this year,
be-
I think that's brutal.
I think they may make the playoffs. I think they'll be fringe if they don't. If they end up being like 9th in the East and like out by a couple points,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a failure of a season. Now, if they pull another last year and end up last in the standings, like just crap the bed.
That's
again,
what I
like,
mean. Like you got
if they pull one of those, yeah, it's a failure. But I don't expect crazy things of them just because like their really good players are young. Like it's Jack Eichel's first year
Yeah,
as
he
captain.
was.
It's Rasmus Dahlin's first year in the league.
Yeah.
Reinhardt's still very young. Like
So I guess you could argue next year would be that year. But the thing is too, though, it's so tough in the Atlantic. Like it's such a top-heavy division. You already know the 3 teams basically that are coming out of the Atlantic: Boston, Toronto, Tampa Bay. Like those are the 3 teams coming out of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna get in the playoffs, they're gonna have to sneak in a wild card.
no, for sure. But that wild card will be bumping. Like will Montreal even be? Montreal be?
No, Montreal won't be in. By the end of the season, they
Yeah.
won't be involved with that. No, I don't see it.
Big.
I do agree. Buffalo will be kicking around the last playoff spot though.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
It'll be the same way that the Leafs were like
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
I think
Like
so. I think that yeah.
they're just right there.
In regards to Montreal, though, like when you have a goalie like Carey Price, like early in the season,
I
he
feel
can
so
steal
bad
you
for
a
him.
couple games and make you look really good. But like, I really don't see them.
Is Shea Weber playing again? I thought he was. I knew he was hurt. I'm not sure if he's back.
I don't know if he's back yet. But like, they gave him the C too. There's another new captain.
Yeah. There's a lot of new captains. Alex Barkov,
Barkov, yeah,
captain
I
in
know,
Florida. I didn't know that. I was watching.
I
I, was
didn't
watching
see
the
any
replays. I watched the video of Ovechkin absolutely leveling him,
And he had this.
and then they were just like, "Oh, captain on captain." I'm like, "Oh, captain?
That's
what?"
crazy. Yeah.
But yeah,
He got,
was
Mr.
good for
Game
him,
7
though.
out in Carolina, Justin Williams.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, a couple new captains kicking around for sure.
Yeah. So the NHL has had a good start. We spent a lot of time talking about hockey now.
Yeah, we have.
Haley's getting bored. We'll
we
switch it
have-
up.
It's not that like I watch hockey, but I'm a fucking Blackhawks fan. I'm gonna have to beat that out. I'm a Blackhawks fan, so we're
I
trash.
swore like in the first minute of this podcast.
Yeah.
I almost did. I
And
caught
I was
myself.
like, I'm so bad. I swear. I remember our first show last year. Laurier
We were
was
all
like, "Don't swear."
swearing,
We
but-
all like swore like 2 minutes in.
He
I was
said
like,
sorry. I think, too.
great. But yeah, I'm a Blackhawks
Sorry.
fan. They're just disgusting in a bad way. So
But yeah, so moving on from hockey.
So look at the World Series quick.
Interesting World
Yeah,
Series.
Boston, LA.
It's pretty cool. I mean, those are two like the biggest.
I was
franchises
hoping the
in
Brewers would
MLB.
make it.
I know that's what I was
With
saying
the
too. I
biggest-
would've
with the
loved to
biggest
see the Brewers
salaries,
get
though.
in there.
Biggest cap hits,
for sure.
man.
Well, I mean, like LA, they've been like trying to put this together for so long, and like last year they went to the finals, lost against Houston. I don't know, like they got to get it done. I mean, Kershaw is so.
Camera just took a photo of us.
Kershaw, in my
I'm gonna
opinion,
make sure it's still on.
yeah, make sure that's going. Kershaw, in my opinion, is so like worthy of a World Series. Like I want to see him get one so bad. Like he's carried this franchise for so long.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
But yeah, I would have loved to see the Brew Crew sneak in there. Honestly,
I
like
was hoping,
Christian
yeah.
Yelich, like that's just a team you can get behind. But I don't know. To be honest, like I'd rather see LA win this year.
yet.
The Brew Crew.
The Brew
Yeah,
Crew.
the Brew Crew.
Who's your pick?
Dodgers.
Boston's so good, man.
take
Like
Boston.
they're. I mean, I was under the impression that Houston was gonna go back to back. I was saying that for a while, and like they just dismantled Houston. Like they won that series pretty handedly.
Yeah.
So I mean, as good as LA has been in these playoffs, like I think Boston's
Yeah, I'm gonna go
about
with
to
Boston
bring another
as well.
title back to Beantown.
So that's 2 on Boston, 1 LA.
Yeah.
Guessed.
They're
I
just too good.
don't watch an incredible amount of baseball, full disclosure, but I know I watched some games for Boston against New York. I watched some of the games for Boston against Houston. I've seen them. They just dominate, man.
They just dismantled
Like-
Houston. Like
So
I didn't expect that. I thought that series was gonna go 7 games. I thought Houston was maybe gonna scrape out.
So if Boston wins, then Hayley owes us $20 each. And
You think I have
That's
$20 to
all I
give you?
Haley owes us $20
No.
each. All right.
if
No.
LA wins, we all owe Hayley $20 collectively.
Yeah, right. You
Sounds
wish.
good.
$20 to the winner.
I'll give you guys
But yeah,
chocolate
I mean,
if you
like
win.
Kershaw can steal them a game, but I think overall it's gonna be it's gonna have Boston written all over it.
I'm a Yankees
Man,
fan. I can't
Boston
in my
sucks.
soul.
They always win. They always win everything. They're always so good in
Well,
every
I was
sport.
having this
I'm a
discussion. I was
Bruins
having this
fan,
discussion with one of
so-
my friends the other day, and I was saying like if you like, I'm a Celtics fan.
If you
but
grew up
if you grew up in Boston, you're set because like the Celtics right now, the Celtics have been like
The
steadily
Celtics were
okay.
so disgusting, man.
They've been
Back
steadily
in the
okay,
day.
like from signing the big 3 in like
Every
what, like
major sports team has
2008
been winning
or 2008 they won when they signed them in like 2006. Like they've been steady.
that
Only
was
4 teams have won the
very
Stanley
bad.
Cup in the last 9 years, and Boston's one of them.
Yeah.
Like
The Celtics have
the
been
Patriots obviously have like
Oh my god.
5
Celtics
rings.
had like 2 years where they just weren't like a household name, and then
No,
like,
it was
they're just
like-
back into it.
It was
now.
when they traded away everyone. It was like when Isaiah Thomas was
traded
on the
away
come up, and it was like
Garnett,
Isaiah Thomas,
Pierce.
Yeah.
Evan Turner, and like Jared Sullinger. That was when we were like
No,
kind of
Garnett-
bad.
Garnett was when Garnett, Pierce, and Allen were there. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
That
They
was
won
a
in
gross
2008.
team. That
Like
was a gross team.
they have a championship in the last 10 years, and now they're back on the come up. Like if you grew up in
Jason
Boston,
Tatum.
Jaylen
We'll
Brown.
we'll do basketball later. Though.
But
But yeah,
so
Boston's a good sports city to
We've
like.
got our MLB
Let's
picks
do
in.
basketball right now.
Yeah, let's do basketball. You know who else was on that team? Was Rondo.
Oh.
They won in 2008.
That's a fun topic.
Rondo. Speaking of Rondo,
Spitgate.
Spitgate. Is that what they're calling
That's
it?
what they're calling it. The Spitgate.
Spit in Chris Paul's face in Houston.
Also
That was
clubbed
wild.
him. Also clocked him.
Yeah,
Some hands
that was
were
a
being
good scrap.
thrown, man.
Is
Yeah,
that
like,
in
I was-
Houston? Yeah, because you know, did you see the thing on Twitter?
No, it was in
Scott.
LA. It was in LA.
Travis Scott was there. That's why I thought it was in Houston.
No.
And he was on the floor and he was like all into it. It was hilarious.
I want to know. I still don't.
Yeah, no. He was like
He was just like hyping everyone up.
Could you imagine
he was sitting
Travis
courtside.
Travis Scott
I
runs
think when
in.
he was on the actual floor.
Yeah, no. He was sitting courtside,
I was
just
like,
like
"Jeez."
loving it. But yeah, Rondo's.
I want to know why.
Rondo.
I want
He
to
is such a
know.
great
I want to
player.
know why Brandon Ingram was so mad. Like
Yeah, Ingram was
James
great.
Harden scored on him. Yeah, but James Harden scores on a lot of people.
James
Like-
Harden's just a good basketball player.
I don't
Beard,
understand
Really
that.
good. Fear the beard. Like
Like that was for basketball standards at least, that was an aggressive push that
yeah, I don't
Ingram
know.
had on Harden before, and then I mean like obviously,
He must have said something. Like you can't really see. He
but
must-
still like everyone's saying something on the basketball court. Like
I know, but like you.
Ingram's such a calm and collected guy.
The
too,
Lakers
right?
are such a fun. They're gonna be such a fun team to
Oh,
watch.
I'm
this
so
year.
excited.
Um,
I think I was saying this to one of our other SML brothers, Arjun, today. I'm taking a huge hot take and saying that Lonzo Ball is going to be a very incredible basketball player
No.
because the way watching that Houston Lakers game, the way that LeBron was treating Lonzo like a little brother, like his project, because Lonzo has the skill. And now he has a
Yeah.
mentor in the best player in the NBA history.
yeah, like I think Lonzo's got a really high ceiling. I think the problem with that team is like if you look at all the teams that LeBron's played on, they've had 3-point shooting everywhere around him, right? Because LeBron's like the playmaker, right? So you kind of have like Lonzo, who's got like a similar play style to LeBron, because he's a playmaker too, right?
Yeah.
They need more shooters, and like Magic Johnson did an interview where he said like he thinks like LeBron's like right hand man for the future is gonna be Brandon Ingram. Which like I think he's gonna be good.
I think Ingram's good.
I think Kuzma's gonna be the guy.
Kyle Kuzma's really good. Another sleeper. Another sleeper is Josh Hart. I really like the way Josh Hart plays. I think Lance Stevenson is going to be an incredible addition to that team.
Lance.
And
I like Rondo too.
And Rondo's also a shooter. Rondo can shoot.
And LeBron like loves they praise his high basketball IQ too.
No, I know. Like he just gets people in the right position.
Yeah,
like he look what he did with Cleveland. Like Cleveland was not an incredible team when he went. Like whatsoever. Like yeah, they had Kyrie. Yeah, they had Kevin. But like
Cleveland was. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant when LeBron there was
like
there.
originally
they weren't an incredible team. I was like,
oh no! Before LeBron went, when LeBron came from Miami originally back to Cleveland, like they were not good. And then look at that, Cleveland made the finals 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. I have no input into this. Unpopular opinion. I don't like basketball.
I love basketball.
I don't know. I just think
I think
like Golden State's, but like I don't.
That's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like it.
Because it's so stacked. I know Warriors are stacked. Everyone's mad at Boogie for.
I know, like everyone's saying like
fuck the league.
The West is so like competitive. Like, is it really competitive? Golden State's just gonna stomp all those.
Well, I mean, they lost to Denver last night.
No, the issue is that sports like
one game.
Sports is a business, but basketball and NBA is too much of a business, and there's a monopoly. Like it's Golden State and everybody else.
I was watching a show and they were saying how like the season that the Warriors are trying to set the record, right?
Oh yeah.
They were talking about how Steph Curry was playing overtime minutes late in games, late in the season, and like they went to the finals, and that was the year they went to the finals and lost to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
Like they know they're going right back to another finals, so guys are gonna be resting up late in the season. Their regular season record means nothing to me.
No.
When it comes down to it, those guys are going to be closing out games. Like I don't see any team.
Honestly, like
I think
the West is going to be more competitive this year
than it
has been last couple of years. Now that having LeBron in LA and Houston being as good as Houston is,
I think Houston's going to take a step back this year. Honestly,
really,
without Trevor Ariza, and like I don't know, LeBron makes things so interesting, right? Because LeBron's still probably the best in the world, but I don't know, like it's competitive to a certain extent, but like like you could argue that like in that sense like the East is almost more competitive.
I'm excited to watch
the East is
basketball. Toronto, Boston, and Philly. Like at least there's 3 teams.
And I think Milwaukee will.
The Bucks are really good.
Milwaukee's going to be in that mix for sure.
The Bucks are really
Giannis
is so
whatever his last name is. I still the Greek freak. I do not know his last name. I don't want to take I do not want to take the time to learn it.
Yeah, he's.
What is it?
It's like Antetokounmpo or something.
Yeah, I looked up how to pronounce it.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, like the Greek freak. That's what he's Giannis.
Yeah.
But he is so good.
But I think what could make things interesting in the West is like I was watching a podcast where they were talking about like Anthony Davis and like his decision his decision is going to have a huge impact on the competitiveness of the league. How do you say it?
Antetokounmpo.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's actually pronounced Adetokounmpo.
Adetokounmpo. Giannis.
But no. If Anthony Davis, they were saying if Anthony Davis went to the Lakers to play with LeBron, that would be insane. That would make them the favorite in the West.
Oh, 100%. Well, Anthony Davis is the best center in the league.
And it'll be interesting to see, like, the Warriors could
break
it up, I guess. Yeah, the brow.
I know. I'm going to send Anthony Davis to my esthetician.
Yeah, he's really good.
No, I love him.
He's really not good looking, though.
No, he is an ugly man, but he is good at basketball.
Yeah, so I guess you don't have to be
He's amazing, man. He can do everything. He's so good.
And chat about the Raps for a bit. They've been looking pretty good.
Sure.
We'll
close it out with the Raps. Yeah, close out the Raps.
3-0 start. They're doing all right. Took down the Celtics.
Their game against Boston was exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah, get out of here.
I've been really impressed.
Away.
Been really
I'm out of here.
really impressed by some of the role players on the Raptors too.
The Raptors are a really good team. Like, I don't know, I feel like people like kind of don't give them enough credit.
No, not at all. Like, I mean,
they're definitely better than Philly, I think.
I think
they're close.
so.
Like, I think the fact that
Philly. Okay, if the Raptors play Philly, Philly has the two.
Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons.
And Markelle Fultz is also there. Markelle Fultz is not someone to be sleeping on, but
well, we'll see how he does this season. Like, he's got to
step up. But I think like he could
Kawhi is
do
so
some
good though.
Kawhi is
I love
disgusting,
watching
man.
Kawhi in
Like
the Raptors jersey.
Kawhi is amazing. I think I've seen some really good things from Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, like
Serge Ibaka's been
like,
impressing me.
The good thing about the Raptors this year is like everyone's been playing like pretty good so far. Like the whole team just looks pretty good.
Yeah, like Fred VanVleet.
The bench
I
is just
love
so
Fred
nice.
VanVleet
What do you guys
so
think about
much.
They had the best bench in the league last year. Everyone
OG
knew that.
Anunoby.
I love Siakam.
I love Anunoby and Siakam.
Pascal.
I miss the trio of rookies with Podol, Siakam, and Anunoby, but Podol's in San Antonio
They
now
dispose of him.
with our boy DeMar.
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 They're a much better team without DeMar, I'll say that. DeMar's a good basketball player, but they're a
DeMar's
much
a
better team
basketball player.
with Kawhi and DeMar.
No,
What did you
the,
say?
I said DeMar to basketball.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no,
The-
DeMar.
the Lowry DeRozan like dynamic just wasn't working anymore.
No.
They just needed to change.
Like, I like that management just said, let's just go for it. Because,
Yeah.
like, they've seen this team get...
They're ready to win.
They've
The
hit
thing,
that team
that's
hit
the
their
thing.
ceiling,
They were
you know?
so good, but they hadn't hit that point yet. And it's like, what are we gonna do? Like, what do we change?
Trade our best player for a better player
Exactly.
The East is going to be fun this year.
and get rid of Jakob.
Like, honestly, I think...
And a first.
I think the East is almost going to be more fun than the West.
It will be. The West won't be that fun
The
to
East,
watch.
the East is at least a tale of like 4 teams.
The-
The West
well,
is a tale of one team and maybe LeBron.
I've watched one West game so far. It was Lakers Rockets, and that was a very
Yeah,
fun game
that's
to
the same.
watch.
Well, the West
But
is
I mean,
kind
that's
of
because
the West is kind of
CP3 and
three. It's
Rondo
like
were throwing
Golden
hands.
State, Houston, and the Lakers,
No,
depending on how well
I
Houston
don't
is.
think-
I would love to see a finals that isn't have the Warriors or Cleveland. Like,
I wanted-
obviously,
to be
Cleveland's
honest,
not
I
going to
wanted
be in it.
Houston Celtics final last year so
Oh my god, I wanted that so badly.
bad.
That would have been such good basketball, and it would have been such a different view.
Exactly. All I wanted last year was that, but no, of course, it was freaking Golden State, Cleveland.
I honestly think
Golden State
Boston.
Yeah.
Like if Golden State played Boston, that'd be
Watch,
a
rinse,
sick
repeat.
series.
Honestly,
that
I-
wouldn't be a sweep.
No.
That would be
Golden
a
State,
competitive
Boston?
series. That'd be a competitive series.
Was it a
I'm
sweep?
gonna go on a limb here. Finals are gonna be Milwaukee and Philly,
Milwaukee and Philly.
or not Milwaukee and Philly. Sorry, who's I think Milwaukee and Houston.
Yeah, I don't think Houston's doing anything
No.
this year.
Maybe the
To be
Lakers.
honest.
We'll see.
I'm being very negative, but like I just don't see it this year. I think the Warriors just got better this year. I think Houston took a step back.
The Warriors are disgusting. Warriors are gonna after this year though, they're gonna have to lose someone.
Like 7 games is too long. Like you can't beat them in 7 games. You can
No.
maybe beat them in a best of 3 or a best of 5, but not 7.
No, they're
We'll
just
see. You
they're
never
just
know.
so good. But after this year,
You never do know.
After this year,
but most of us know.
But most of us know. No, it's
At
just
least
like,
at least Oakland has something to cheer for because their football team's sinking up the place.
oh
this year.
god. Like my Seahawks are pretty bad, and when they beat
Shut up, I'm a
Oakland
Raiders
like
fan.
27-3,
Khalil Mack.
Khalil's a
Hey, the
Chicago
Bears are
Bear.
good. You know
The
what?
Bears.
The Bears lost yesterday to
Did
the
they?
Patriots, but that was a hell of a game, and
The
they
thing
played
is,
another
That's
good
like
game.
I was thinking about this. If you think about it, really, like the Patriots are obviously like the best, but they've been like barely winning games this year.
Yeah, like I mean, their win against Kansas City, like,
Yeah.
that was.
That's what
I think Kansas City should have won that.
Mahomes
Mahomes
game.
is sweet though.
Mahomes. Let's talk
Mahomes.
about Sunday Night Football
Yeah.
because they blew out Cincinnati.
Oh, they
Yeah.
Mahomes
That
is
Arrowhead.
unreal.
Blew them out of the water.
I
I think what was it, 45-10 or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
They just blew them out of the
Now,
water.
I literally realized last night that the Kansas City Chiefs logo was an arrowhead.
Really?
What do you think it was?
I just
I
noticed
just
that.
never thought about it. It never really clicked. I never really cared enough to take it in.
Oh my god.
No,
And I
they-
was staring at this TV last night at Pub on King. Shout out Pub on King.
Shut up.
Sponsored.
Great bar.
Sponsor us.
Great bar in Waterloo.
Please sponsor.
Staring at the screen with the logo in the middle of the field, and I just,
You're like,
it just went like that, and I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Man of the Chiefs good this year. Like Tyreek Hill is gross, Kareem Hunt gross, and like Mahomes lit it up.
Patrick Mahomes is honestly incredible.
4 TDs, 350 something yards. Another
Mahomes.
Amazing game.
Texas Tech.
And how good? Yeah.
Texas Tech sleeper school, sort of.
How good do those
Baker Mayfield and Austin Mahomes both played at
Baker?
Texas Tech. He played at Texas Tech his first year.
Yeah,
I didn't know
T.
that.
Baker
Bradshaw
did?
Texas
Baker's
Tech.
the only player to be like a walk-on starter. He walked on at Texas Tech, then like started.
Didn't he
And then
redshirt
he-
his first year?
No, he didn't redshirt. He played his first year. He
I
played as
thought
a
he
true
redshirted.
freshman. No, because what happened was he played 4 years at Oklahoma or 3 years at Oklahoma, but he had to sit out the first year because the
So the transfer.
Big 12 screwed him and said, no, you can't play next year. There was like a thing where they were like, no, you can't play next year, so then he had to sit out at Oklahoma. He just sat out. So he was a true freshman walk-on starter at Texas Tech, transferred to Oklahoma, wasn't allowed to play his second year, and then played 3 years after that.
Sorry, why wasn't
I
he allowed
didn't
to
know
play in the
that.
second?
Because
He
the,
just
because the
didn't
Big
make it.
12 like
some of the
made a rule
rules.
to like screw him so that he couldn't just go to Oklahoma and play. They were like, no, you have to sit out a year.
Oh.
Whereas most people, like if you look at that guy from Ole Miss
And
who transferred to Michigan, he
There's
He's
so
also-
many rules in NCAA,
Baker
man.
Mayfield
Like,
has also been doing quite well.
well, I was gonna say on the contrary to the Patriots, like barely winning games, but they're so good. The Browns are so close
Man, it
every
was so
game.
Yo, the Browns, their record, like they're 2-4-1, I guess right now.
Yeah.
That like they're way better than.
I think
They
I
should
saw.
be, like,
I think I saw
4 and
something
3.
on. I
I was
saw
so
something
mad they
online. It was
lost
like
the Bucs
the
yesterday.
Browns are 13 points away from being 5-1.
Yeah.
They're so like
Okay, think about first game of the season.
I mean, they
pretty
lost-
crazy.
a tie.
Yeah,
They're
like,
against Pittsburgh. They're lining up the game-winning field goal.
don't remind me.
Lost.
Don't remind me.
Lost.
I'm a Steelers
Ridiculous. They
Steelers
should've
fan
won that
for
game.
anyone who.
look at the camera.
Then,
Who doesn't
then
know?
They played
Hey,
Drew
Jim
Brees and the
Halpert.
Saints. They played not a horrible game against them. Their kicker missed 5 kicks, something
Yeah,
like that, in
yeah,
a
that-
game. How do you do that? Oh,
But that's
tell
your
me-
literal job.
Wait,
How do
yo,
you do that?
Tell me you saw the Ravens yesterday.
I saw that. That's
Oh
so sad,
my
man.
God, Justin Tucker.
First
he was
missed kick.
222 for 222. He missed his first ever extra point
Yeah.
attempt in his career.
He's
It was
222 for
to tie the
223.
game,
Yeah.
and,
And
they
they
ended
lost.
up losing against New Orleans.
That's so sad.
And with that win, Drew Brees officially has beat every team in the NFL as quarterback.
Yeah, I saw that.
Drew
too.
Brees,
That's really
man.
Cool.
Drew Brees he's so good.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's like, yeah, he's just the Mercedes.
Huge advocate of Vicks Vapor Rub, isn't he? He's a big
Is he?
Vicks
Is he
guy.
a Vicks guy? Big Vicks Vapor guy.
Shout out
Is that what
Vicks
keeps?
Vapor Rub.
Here's your random fact of the day from Dodge.
I know. I'm pretty sure he's been in those commercials.
That's what keeps him going, eh? The Vicks.
Yeah.
I thought he was
There's
like,
Yeah,
there's
I'm loving the
chest
NFL this
condition.
year. There's so
Yeah. There's
many
been some good football.
quarterbacks.
the
R.I.P. Jimmy Garoppolo.
The
I
Chargers
wish he
beat
was
the
still
Titans.
here.
The Titans are a team who are doing absolutely horrible
Or-
this year.
Man, the
We-
Chargers are a real good football team. They're fighting some injuries right now to some key players. When they get Joey Bosa back, that pass rush
That's
is
my
going to be
boy.
so good.
We could
I
also
love Joey
chat
Bosa.
about, Los Angeles sports have been doing well. Dodgers are in the World Series, and the Rams are
7-0.
7-0.
Rams are gross.
Another
The
dub,
Rams
but
are
you knew they were going to beat the
The Rams are
49ers.
always. The Rams have
Well,
been
the
good
Rams
since.
picked up. Who did they pick up this offseason? Sue.
And Dominican Sue, Marcus Peters,
And
Akeem Talib.
Akeem Talib, yeah.
I don't know. Ever since they've
Gurley's
gotten. Ever since they
incredible,
drafted
like-
Gurley, they've just like.
Gurley is just
Gurley's
incredible.
third
Yeah.
TD hat trick of the year.
He is
He's
so
so
good,
good.
man.
He was the who won? I think when Marcus Mariota won the Heisman, he was like in the Heisman race because he's just so.
Oh,
Incredible.
Gurley's so
Oh,
good.
he's so good.
He's unbelievable.
He was
and
so
Greg
good.
the Leg's back, thank God.
Right.
Greg the Leg, baby.
What do we, another controversial football topic. What do we think of the New York Jets? Or New York Giants, sorry.
Oh, the Giants
Guys
suck.
said the Jets.
Eli.
The Jets also suck.
The Jets also suck. That's my bad.
Let's talk
But
about this.
the Giants, K.
OBJ's taken a lot of criticism in the last little bit from.
I think he has a
from the
point,
media.
man.
Yo,
He has such a point.
Eli Manning sucks.
He does.
He sucks.
He's not good.
Everyone's like the O line sucks. Saquon Barkley. You need
Saquon
an
Barkley's-
O line to be a good running back.
Yeah.
Saquon's killing it this year.
He's
killing
been
it.
insane, man.
And they're arguing that like I don't know like it's
I think,
Eli.
okay, I saw-
Eli's a problem.
Saquon
He's a
Barkley,
clear
are all,
problem.
his thighs are also, his quads are the circumference of that cement pole.
Yeah, that's true.
For those of you who can't see, it's a large cement
It's like
pole.
gotta be a meter.
No, they're huge. But The other thing is, I think Colin Cowherd was saying it on his show. He was talking about.
say Colin Kaepernick for a second.
I'll talk about
He who
Kaepernick.
must not.
No.
We're not getting political on the
No.
podcast.
No, Colin Cowherd was saying it that like
Good idea.
they fell in love with nostalgia with the Giants.
Well, yeah,
And, like
probably
they
because-
just did not want to get rid of Eli Manning.
But
and
didn't
like,
they wasn't it a big thing that they sat him for his first career game last season?
Oh,
It was
they
Eli-
took so much
interesting.
flack for
Eli
that.
Manning could be the worst QB to ever win a Super Bowl.
I think.
But he beat Tom Brady, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, but
don't know how, but
Not sure how, but he did it.
he had a really good team. But no, Eli Manning should have been gone 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But they were just like, oh, he's won us a Super Bowl. He's taken us this far. Like we can't get rid of him. Blah blah blah.
They should
Okay.
get rid of him.
Here, this was a big stat to me. Quarterbacks that have been sacked more than Eli Manning. Deshaun Watson, does he look as bad as Eli Manning? No. Dak Prescott, does he look as bad as Eli
No.
Manning?
No, not at all.
Aaron Rodgers has been sacked almost as many times, one less time. Does he look as bad as Eli?
Not
He's
at
the
all.
greatest.
Eli sucks.
Aaron Rodgers is incredible.
Kirk Cousins. He's been sacked one less time than Eli.
Really?
Yeah. So
How is this
what are they
possible?
talking about? the O-line?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, there's another one. Like, what are you talking about? They're talking about this horrible O-line.
Seattle has a great
There's
O-line,
quarterbacks
too.
that have been getting sacked as much, if not more than him, who are playing 3 times as good.
Aaron Rodgers has been absolutely incredible this year. I can't
Oh
believe
my
he's
God,
right there. Like
Man, I would if
Green
the
Bay's
49ers would
awesome.
have beat them at Lambeau, I would have relished that. I would have loved that so much. They barely scraped by with that win. That was honestly
that was a great
that
comeback, but
lowered
like
my opinion of their team. Even though they won the game,
yeah,
they looked.
they shouldn't have
horrible.
had to
They
come
looked
back
bad
in the
that
first
game.
place. Like they're
Man.
facing the Niners. Like I'm
They looked-
sorry,
Jimmy G-less. I'm coining that.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G-less.
They're a Jimmy G-less 49ers team. They beat them on a game-winning field goal.
Field goal.
And then the Rams play them and stomp them.
Yeah.
Like, stomp them.
Well, the Rams are stomping everyone.
Yeah,
Rams
the
are just
Rams are so
just
good.
farming teams, man.
But yeah,
So
man,
good.
another interesting weekend for football. The Cowboys come off that huge game against Jacksonville, then they lose to the Redskins. Classic Cowboys.
Yeah, they're
My-
so inconsistent.
The one game that I watched that was actually sick was Carolina at Philadelphia. Down 17-0 in the fourth quarter. Cam
Really?
Newton goes, "Let's do this, boys. Come back."
Cam Newton's
21-17.
so
I love
like,
Cam
sick
Newton.
game.
He's so good.
Cam Newton's a tank.
Like
He's
when
a tank. He is a tank.
like he
He's a tank.
kind of had his chance against the Broncos and then like kind of has been super low key and now he's
Yeah.
like okay we're gonna
I don't
do
know,
this.
like I think like the Panthers, like they beat the Eagles, right? The defending Super Bowl champs. Like I think they're right up in there with the top teams in the NFC.
Oh yeah.
What's their record right now?
4-2.
They're 4-2, right?
Yeah. I mean, beating the Eagles at Philadelphia, nice little fourth quarter comeback, like that was a sick game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
No,
that.
for sure.
Carson Wentz actually had a really good game. Yeah, I don't know, and the thing was like the Eagles at the end of the game too had a chance to end it. They could have won the game. They were in the red zone. I think it would have been kind of sick for them to get that dub at home, but yeah,
The Panthers
Cam Newton
are-
just pulls it off.
Panthers are actually
we need to talk about Jacksonville.
Jordan McCaffrey, sorry.
We
I
need
just
to
wanna
talk
say
about
that.
Jacksonville.
The worst-
I was gonna say we need to
Sorry,
talk
Christian
about
McCaffrey.
Pittsburgh, but that's fine. We can talk about Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Jacksonville is just absolutely horrible.
Jacksonville
They are not doing great.
For a team who was so good and they benched Blake Bortles
The problem is the boat.
and yeah, they benched him and just like they're just having a really rough year for a team who made playoffs last year. Was like
Yeah,
doing pretty
3-4 right now. Like
Yeah, I don't know. Like they got
Lost
they got
20-7.
Negative 30
Houston. They
point
have
differential.
Philly this weekend.
Like
Like,
they
won't
got
win
beat
that.
handedly at Dallas. They got smoked at Dallas. They're coming home against a Texans team that's been like kind of up and down this year,
inconsistent.
and
They're on a 3-game
again,
losing
they
streak.
lost again, right? And like, kind of what everyone's been talking about is like, first of all, Blake Bortles sucks.
Yeah.
no,
He
like, he's
sucks.
not good.
And you know, Leonard Fournette being out for them has definitely hurt the offense
Yeah.
a little bit. Like their defense just doesn't look the same this year. They don't have the same swag this year.
No.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, they're on
They
a
won't.
Like he
3-game.
let up 40 to Dallas. Like
Yeah.
As good as Dallas is, like I think
They're not
Dallas
that
is a pretty
good.
good offense. They're not that good.
No.
Yep.
And like last year teams were
by
talking about
Houston as
Jacksonville
well.
as being like one of the 2 best defenses in the league.
Well, that was the thing about like the playoffs when they made it. Like,
Where
yeah,
are they now?
like exactly, like they were so good, and now it's like
Yeah, I don't know.
they won against their last one was against the Jets, which doesn't count for anything because the Jets suck. They lost
Who
to
even are the
Tennessee
Jets?
9-6.
I like the Jets.
Really?
I like Sam
I like
Darnold.
the
I think
Jets.
he's a good
I mean,
player.
did you
but I
like
just-
him enough when the Vikings absolutely slapped him?
Yeah,
Man,
like just
okay, this is what I'll say about the Jets. The Jets should be so thankful that the Giants picked Saquon and they didn't pick Sam Darnold. The Giant, as good as Saquon is, because I think Saquon's going to be like one of the best running backs in the league in the next couple years.
100%.
The Giants will rue the day they did not pick Sam Darnold because they need a
quarterback?
He's going to carry that franchise. He's the man of New York.
Okay, look at jumping to college for a second. USC is absolutely awful this year because they don't have a quarterback, and he was the only reason they were good.
Yeah.
Like he's just an insane
He's
player.
a real good football player. I think he's
Yeah.
going to be really good. I mean, you look at
They will be really good, but like
I don't know.
they're just not good now.
like the Vikings. I think are still one of the best teams in the league right now. Like I don't know.
The Vikings are incredible.
I think Darnold's going to be a really good quarterback, and I think the Giants messed up not taking him.
They have quarterback issues, and they decided to not take a quarterback.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
and like the
understand
thing
that.
is, like you bring in a rookie quarterback, and
They're
like
also going
most
to
people
trade it up.
most
for
people say that like
Baker.
it takes at least a year to learn the offense like properly, right?
Yeah, he's
So
a
like
rookie.
all these rookies are coming in, they're learning the offense this year. They're not going to be amazing in their rookie year.
No, but
You got to
he's
learn the offense, and
I
like,
mean, some of it, but look at the like
Bigger.
Dak Prescott was so good his rookie year.
Yeah,
now,
he
and now
was.
the
He was
Cowboys
really
like
good.
suck. So
yeah. I don't know.
You
I think
never know.
Darnold's going to be.
no, he's an incredible quarterback. I'm not worried about that. The Jets in general are just like always
The Jets. The
good
problem
on
with the
paper
Jets
and
is
disappointing.
it's a cursed franchise a little bit. It's
The
the
goddamn
it's the same with
Jets.
the Browns, right? Like
The poor Browns. The Browns are going to be so good though. Like
The Browns are
coming
gonna-
up.
yeah.
Like
Well,
you said, like you just said, it takes a year to learn the offense. And,
Yeah, it does,
And,
it does.
The
And
Browns traded
Baker's
Carlos
doing
Hyde.
that
I'm
right
not
now.
happy about
Like
that.
the Browns are also in like a really tough division, like the AFC North with the Steelers and the
Yeah.
Ravens, and like Cincinnati's even playing pretty good this year. Like that's a real tough division to be.
Baltimore as
playing
well.
6
Baltimore
games.
is great.
Yeah, the Ravens are like I think a top 3 team almost in the league. Like maybe not after last
And they're
night.
third in the AFC North right now.
Yeah, man, the Ravens are the real deal this year. They're first. I
Joe
don't know.
Flacco's incredible. I don't
Going
think
in-
Joe Flacco gets enough like credit for being Joe Flacco.
I think Joe Flacco's gotten a bit too much credit for being Joe
2012
Flacco.
Super
I
Bowl
think
MVP, Joe
I-
Flacco.
What they were saying is like he plays good when there's a little pressure on him. He knows now that there's a quarterback behind him looking to kind of take over the team. And I think that it was when the year they won the Super Bowl was his contract year, so you got to play good, right? So when
Yeah.
there's a little
pressure. He
But I
pulls
mean,
up.
the Ravens, I think, going into last night, I don't know about after the New Orleans game, they were first in like team defense, everything.
Mhm.
They were first. They're really good.
What's up?
So, shall we do 3 stars?
Yeah,
Are we
Want
done?
to wrap up NFL?
yeah. I'm down for 3 stars.
What is 3 stars?
Oh,
Explain that to me.
did you
Well,
never
it'll
listen
be
to the
4
podcast
stars,
last
it'll
year?
be
I never
4
made it to the
stars.
end.
Also, Monday Night Football tonight. Giants, Falcons. Giants about to get slapped.
Yeah, probably.
Can
3
I?
stars.
Let me
Let's
just no. Hold on. Before we go, I'm just gonna touch on college football. I'm
give
really
her
upset.
Haley's college football rundown.
So, Ohio State had their yearly downfall, losing to an unranked team by 30 points. I love that this happened right before the first podcast. Thanks, Ohio State. You guys are awesome. Dwayne Haskins is never going to win the Heisman now, so that's great.
Go Purdue.
You know what? The boy with cancer got his dying wish, okay? They beat Ohio State. Great. Whatever. Anyways,
Oh my
That
God.
was hilarious.
Michigan beat Michigan State. So
Wow.
congrats for them. I don't know.
Took
This
dark
year's been a
turns.
weird year because like Michigan State beat Penn State. Penn State dropped like 10 spots. Whatever. The rankings are so up and down.
Have the rankings come out after
Yeah, Ohio State dropped to 11.
They
so
did,
like,
and they went out of top 10.
the thing is though, they weren't gonna like even if they made the playoffs, they weren't gonna win. They didn't have the depth to win a playoff.
no, I know,
Especially
but I'm
with-
surprised they dropped out of top 10.
I'm not. Penn State dropped 10 spots when they lost to Michigan State. We only dropped 9.
Yeah.
And, like, we're still 11th with, like, 4 games left till Michigan, so whatever. But, yeah, the rankings are so, like, last weekend, like, Auburn lost, West Virginia lost. Like, there's only 5 teams who still are unbeaten.
Well, when you
right
guys
now.
lose to MSU, you'll go down a bit more, so.
Yeah, right. I still don't know how they pulled off that Penn State win, but, yeah, so that's college football right now. Only Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, USF, and I think UCF are unbeaten still. So, yeah, it's a very interesting year. We'll see how the rest.
Unfortunately.
This wasn't honestly. Ohio State was the big headline of the weekend, which is upsetting for me. But like honestly, everyone else like won who was supposed to win.
I don't watch too much college football, so I can't really touch on it. But I saw the video of the University of Michigan guy tearing up the MSU.
Yeah, there was also one of the Michigan.
What was going on
the
there?
Michigan
That was
States,
crazy.
They
That
just,
was hype.
It's because they hate each other. Like the thing is, like the big rivalries are like Auburn, Alabama, like
Yeah.
Michigan, Ohio State, like teams like that. But like Michigan State hate each other because it's like who's the better team. Like I always say, people.
Like, in terms of
Well, yeah, and people always
Right,
joke, like
Michigan
people say to me,
probably.
like Michigan's going to beat Ohio State. I'm always like, Michigan's not even the best team in Michigan,
It's the
but
interstate
they are
rivalry.
now. They've gotten better. Michigan State's also always one of those teams who like gives you that surprise loss. Like Penn State, they weren't expecting to lose to Michigan State. Like there was Mark D'Antonio's a really good coach and he knows what he's doing. He's had a few issues. He's lost a lot of good players. Like I think Connor Cook, whatever his name was the last good quarterback he had, and that was like 2015. That was the year they stole Ohio State's playoff spot and then got bounced 38-0 by Alabama. Like Michigan State's one of those teams.
Baby.
Michigan State's one of those teams who can like win on any given day, but also be like last year Ohio State beat Michigan State 48-3. Like they're a really good team who can also be a really bad team.
Notable MSU alumni, Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, there's like
Great product out of MSU. I remember
there's
that.
like
That guy's
3
gotta get
good
back.
players who have like gone to Michigan State, and everyone's always like, "Oh, who's come from Ohio State?" I'm like, "Oh, you have 3 players." Oh, sorry. There's like 6 Buckeyes on the Saints alone, but sure, have a day.
Yeah, roll Tide, Hayley, roll Tide.
Yeah, we'll see when they actually play like somebody worth playing.
How is,
They'll lose to Auburn again the last game of the season,
how
but
is-
still make the playoff.
How's LSU doing?
They're doing really well
Didn't they
because
just catch a big
Yeah.
because their quarterback is a former Buckeye. Joe Burrow transferred from Ohio
Hey.
State.
Yeah, you see, he realized that he was in the wrong program.
Didn't he catch a
So-
big-
No, he
job.
realized he was playing in the toughest conference in college, so he went to the SEC where it's easy to win because you don't play anyone. Yeah, they actually upset.
Big dub.
They upset Georgia 2 weeks ago, and that was like a big thing. And now they're like they're still, but they're not.
They're not top 10, are they?
They're top 10, but they're not undefeated because they lost to somebody unranked.
Sorry, this is really distracting.
I saw that, yeah.
What's going on?
I was-
LSU
for a
lost to
while.
somebody.
Crazy.
They were like 5-0, and they were like so cocky about it, and then they lost to Florida. They lost to Florida, and then but they're 4th. LSU's 4th right now.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dude,
So yeah, it's a little college
I
rundown.
love the LSU
College
coach.
rundown.
I see him on Barstool like
Yeah.
College Rundown presented to you by Hayley, our resident Ohio State fan.
Go Bucks.
A roll
Even though they're
Tide.
trash right now.
We'll keep
I'm not happy right
We're
now.
gonna keep rolling with the Tide.
Yeah, so let's
Hate you all.
Okay,
this
And
week.
Tennessee
4
I
stars.
have three stars plus 1 this week. I'm gonna start because I want to. I'm gonna go with Flower, Marc Andre Fleury.
Oh, the flower.
2-0, 2-0 this
Hey.
week.
Clean
Flat
sheets.
1 goals against average, GAA. Over 950 save percentage, and I brought the Golden Knights back to 500.
The flirt of flower.
408th career victory, so now he's 10th
Jeez.
on the list of all-time wins by goalies. in the
Marc
NHL.
Andre rolling.
So,
What a guy.
Marc
Hayley, why
Andre
don't you
gets
go next?
one star.
I'm giving my star to Drew Brees for just being incredible. He's a Big Ten quarterback, so what can I say? It's why he's the greatest. Also, my sister is a Saints fan because of my grandfather who passed away, so Saints hold a special place in my heart even though I'm not a Saints fan, so Drew Brees gets my star.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Breeze.
I guess I'll go
Yes,
next.
let our guest
Go last.
star go
We
last.
mentioned him earlier, but like Todd Gurley's just
Unreal,
killing
yeah.
it. Like
He's so good.
his 3rd touchdown hat trick of the year. He's leading the league in rushing and rushing TDs. Like that guy's unstoppable right now for the Rams, who are rolling 7-0.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's huge.
Zachariah.
I didn't plan on this, but as a Steelers fan, I'm gonna go with my boy James Conner. I think James Conner's been
Good take.
incredible. I think he in the absence of Le'Veon Bell, he's definitely stepped up to the plate.
Absolutely.
That's 453 yards on the season. Just looking at some stats right now, 7 touchdowns. He's definitely filled that slot very well. Where Bell's been missing. So yeah, like until week 10, he's gonna definitely do the job.
What week is Le'Veon coming back?
10, I think.
10.
Yeah.
That's your opinion, or like?
No, that's when he's allowed to come back. So.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Le'Veon, get back.
And then he's just gonna be guns up.
Are they gonna split touches? You think when he gets back?
It depends on where Connor is. Honestly, like I think he's looked good enough that like he's earned the right to do that. Also, you have to see where Le'Veon is, right? Like,
I agree.
Le'Veon's hasn't been playing, right?
It's not like he's been training like Nylander. He's been down in Miami.
Yeah, he's just been chilling, right? So like right now, it's like James Conner has definitely shown that he is able to fit that spot, and like the Steelers are doing well. They're first in the division right now, so if they can keep it up, they've got a couple weeks. So
yeah,
why not?
Coming off the bye week should be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Alrighty.
Good stuff.
Well,
lock it down.
Thanks to Zack Hijazi for appearing on the show this week. We're sure that he'll be back. Yeah, so a hearty handshake to
Of course, indeed, indubitably.
Yeah. Take it away.
Yeah,
The closer.
the closers. Have I always closed it?
I think so.
Harvey
You always
Specter
start
over
it
here.
and you always close it.
Yeah, I guess.
And
well,
you always ramble about college football.
I talk to myself, I know.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, we're happy. I think we're all very happy to be back. Season 2, episode 1 in the books, and we'll see you guys next week. It's good to finally be back.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me, guys.